Here's how to say thirst.
Durst, Durst,
How do you say thirst?
Durst,
Here's how to say have.
habe, habe,
How do you say have?
habe,
Now say have thirst.
habe Durst, habe Durst,
Say only have thirst.
habe Durst,
Here's how to say I.
ich, ich,
How do you say I?
ich,
Now put it all together. Here's how to say I'm thirsty.
ich habe Durst, ich habe Durst,
How do you say I'm thirsty?
ich habe Durst,
Say I have thirst.
ich habe Durst,
How do you say I'm thirsty? Say the whole sentence.
ich habe Durst.
In this segment, you'll learn to say, Dad, can I have milk? You already know several pieces of this sentence. Let's put them together. First, here's how to say milk.
Milch, Milch,
How do you say milk?
Milch,
You already know the word for to have. You used again I have thirst. In can I have milk, that verb appears at the end in its basic form. Listen for it. Here's how to say to have.
haben, haben,
Say the two-word phrase meaning milk, to have.
Milch haben,
Now, here's the word meaning can, as in can I.
kann, kann,
How do you say can?
kann,
You already know the word for I. Now listen to can I have milk all together. Here's how to say can I have milk.
kann ich Milch haben, kann ich Milch haben,
Say, can I have milk?
kann ich Milch haben.
Now, here's how to say Gad.
Papa, Papa,
How do you say Dad?
Papa,
Now, here is the full sentence. Dad, can I have milk?
Papa, kann ich Milch haben? Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
Say the full sentence. Dad, can I have milk?
Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
One more time. How do you say, Dad, can I have milk?
Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
In this segment, you will learn to ask, "What's the magic word?" Listen for a familiar structure. First, here is how to say magic word in German.
Zauberwort. Zauberwort.
How do you say magic word?
Zauberwort.
Now, here's how to say the phrase meaning the magic word.
Das Zauberwort. Das Zauberwort.
Say the magic word.
Das Zauberwort.
Now, here is how to say is called, as in what is the magic word called?
Heißt. Heißt.
How do you say is called?
Heißt.
Now, here is the phrase meaning is called the magic word.
Heißt das Zauberwort. Heißt das Zauberwort.
Say the phrase meaning is called the magic word.
Heißt das Zauberwort.
Now, here is the word for how, which is also used in German to ask what something is called.
Wie. Wie.
How do you say how?
Wie.
In German, asking what something is called uses the word for how, not what. So what is the magic word called? Starts with how. Now listen to the full question. Here is the full question. What's the magic word?
Die heißt das Zauberwort. Die heißt das Zauberwort.
Now ask, what's the magic word?
Die heißt das Zauberwort.
One more time. Ask what the magic word is.
Die heißt das Zauberwort.
How do you say thirst?
Durst.
Say only the two-word phrase have thirst without the word for I.
Habe Durst.
How do you say, "Dad, can I have milk?"
Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
How do you say I'm thirsty?
Ich habe Durst.
How do you say can I have milk?
Kann ich Milch haben?
How do you say magic word in German?
Zauberwort.
Say thirsty.
Durst.
How do you say milk?
Milch.
Say the phrase meaning is called the magic word.
Heißt das Zauberwort.
How do you say have thirst? Two words.
Habe Durst.
Say the full question. Dad, can I have milk?
Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
How do you say can, as in can I?
Kann.
How do you ask what's the magic word in German?
Wie heißt das Zauberwort?
Say the full sentence, meaning I'm thirsty.
Ich habe Durst.
Say the phrase meaning, can I have milk?
Kann ich Milch haben?
What is the German word for magic word?
Zauberwort.
What is the German word for milk?
Milch.
How do you say is called the magic word?
Heißt das Zauberwort.
What is the word for can?
Kann.
Ask someone what the magic word is.
Wie heißt das Zauberwort?
What is the word for thirst?
Durst.
Say only have thirst in German, not the full sentence.
Habe Durst.
How would you ask? Dad, can I have milk?
Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
How would you say I have thirst?
Ich habe Durst.
How do you say, can I have milk?
Kann ich Milch haben?
Say the German expression for magic word.
Zauberwort.
Say the German word for milk.
Milch.
Say in German is called the magic word.
Heißt das Zauberwort.
Say the word meaning can.
Kann.
Say the full question. What's the magic word?
Wie heißt das Zauberwort?
In the last segment, a child asked Dad for milk. Now, Dad wants to know the magic word. You are going to learn that magic word right now. It is just one word. Here is how you say it in German.
Bitte. Bitte.
That word means please. How do you say please?
Bitte.
Good. Now you know the magic word. Try putting it all together. The child asks Dad for milk and then adds the magic word. Say it one more time.
Bitte.
You already know how to say please in German. Now you're going to learn how to say very good, which is something you might hear as a response to saying please. Here's how you say good in German.
Gut. Gut.
How do you say good?
Gut.
Now, here is the word for very.
Sehr. Sehr.
How do you say very?
Sehr.
In German, very good puts the words in the same order as English. Very, then good. Here is the full phrase. Very good.
Sehr gut. Sehr gut.
How do you say very good?
Sehr gut.
Say very good one more time.
Sehr gut.
You already know how to say I. Now you'll learn how to say, I couldn't find any books. Here's how to say to find.
Finden. Finden.
How do you say to find?
Finden.
Here is how to say books.
Bücher. Bücher.
How do you say books?
Bücher.
Now here's how to say any books.
Keine Bücher. Keine Bücher.
How do you say any books?
Keine Bücher.
Here is the word for could.
Konnte. Konnte.
How do you say could?
Konnte.
Now say couldn't find any books.
Konnte keine Bücher finden. Konnte keine Bücher finden.
How do you say couldn't find any books?
Konnte keine Bücher finden.
Now put I in front. Here's the full sentence. I couldn't find any books.
Ich konnte keine Bücher finden. Ich konnte keine Bücher finden.
How do you say, I couldn't find any books?
Ich konnte keine Bücher finden.
Say, I couldn't find any books.
Ich konnte keine Bücher finden.
How do you say please?
Bitte.
How do you say Dad, can I have milk?
Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
How do you say good in German?
Gut.
How do you say very in German?
Sehr.
How do you say to find in German?
Finden.
What is the magic word in German?
Bitte.
How do you say very good in German?
Sehr gut.
How do you say no books in German?
Keine Bücher.
Ask Dad if you can have milk.
Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
What is the German word for good?
Gut.
How do you say could?
Konnte.
What is the German word for very?
Sehr.
Say to find.
Finden.
How do you say, I couldn't find any books?
Ich konnte keine Bücher finden.
Say very good in German.
Sehr gut.
Say any books.
Keine Bücher.
Say could.
Konnte.
Say, I couldn't find any books.
Ich konnte keine Bücher finden.
Say please in German.
Bitte.
How would a child ask? Dad, can I have milk?
Papa, kann ich Milch haben?
Say good in German.
Gut.
Say very in German.
Sehr.
What is the word for to find?
Finden.
What is the German phrase for very good?
Sehr gut.
What is the phrase for any books?
Keine Bücher.
What is the word for could?
Konnte.
What is the full sentence for? I couldn't find any books?
Ich konnte keine Bücher finden.
In this segment, you will learn to say, there's a book lying on the table. Let's build it up piece by piece, starting from the end. You already know the word for books. Now, here is the word for a single book.
Buch. Buch.
Here is the word for a, as in a book.
Ein. Ein.
How do you say a book?
Ein Buch.
Here is the word for is lying, as in something lying flat on a surface.
Liegt. Liegt.
How do you say a book is lying?
Ein Buch liegt.
Now, here is the word for table.
Tisch. Tisch.
Here is the phrase meaning on the table. Notice that the word for the changes here after a location word like own.
Auf dem Tisch. Auf dem Tisch.
How do you say on the table?
Auf dem Tisch.
Now say, is lying on the table a book? Put the location phrase first.
Auf dem Tisch liegt ein Buch.
In German, when you start a sentence with a location phrase like on the table, the verb comes right after it, before the subject. That gives you, on the table lies a book. Listen to the full sentence. Here is the full sentence. There's a book lying on the table.
Auf dem Tisch liegt ein Buch. Auf dem Tisch liegt ein Buch.
Say it yourself. There's a book lying on the table.
Auf dem Tisch liegt ein Buch.
One more time. There's a book lying on the table.
Auf dem Tisch liegt ein Buch.
In this segment, you will learn to say, "Oh, I looked at that book yesterday." Let's start with a new word. Here is the past participle form meaning gone through a text with your eyes, as in something you did yesterday.
Gelesen. Gelesen.
How do you say that past participle form, meaning gone through a text with your eyes?
Gelesen.
Now, here is the word for yesterday. Listen carefully. Here is how you say yesterday.
Gestern. Gestern.
How do you say yesterday?
Gestern.
You already know the word for I, and you already know the word for have. German uses both of those here, just like English does when you say I have. Now listen to the phrase meaning I have gone through the text, the way German expresses a completed past action. Here is the phrase meaning I have, followed by that past form, the core of I went through the text.
Ich habe gelesen. Ich habe gelesen.
How do you say the phrase meaning I went through the text using the words for I, have, and that past form?
Ich habe gelesen.
You already know the word for that. Now listen to how that fits at the front of the phrase. Here's the phrase meaning that I have gone through, putting that first the way German naturally does.
Das habe ich gelesen. Das habe ich gelesen.
How do you say that I went through the text with that at the front?
Das habe ich gelesen.
Now add yesterday. In German, yesterday comes just before the past form at the very end. Here's the phrase meaning that I went through yesterday.
Das habe ich gestern gelesen. Das habe ich gestern gelesen.
How do you say that I went through the text yesterday?
Das habe ich gestern gelesen.
Now add the exclamation "oh" at the very beginning, just like in English, to express surprise or sudden realization. Here is the complete sentence. Here is the full sentence. Oh, I went through that text yesterday.
Oh, das habe ich gestern gelesen. Oh, das habe ich gestern gelesen.
Now say the whole thing. Oh, I went through that yesterday.
Oh, das habe ich gestern gelesen.
In this segment, you will learn to say, God, give me strength. Let's build it piece by piece. Here is how you say strength, as in God, give me strength.
Kraft. Kraft.
How do you say strength?
Kraft.
Here's how you say me, as in give me, the person receiving something.
Mir. Mir.
Now, here is the phrase meaning me strength, the two words at the end of our sentence.
Mir Kraft. Mir Kraft.
How do you say me strength, the end of our phrase?
Mir Kraft.
Here is how you say give as a command, as in give me strength.
Dip. Dip.
How do you say give as a command?
Dip.
Now put it together. The phrase meaning give me strength.
Gib mir Kraft. Gib mir Kraft.
How do you say give me strength?
Gib mir Kraft.
Here is how you say God, as in calling out to God.
Gott. Gott.
How do you say God?
Gott.
Now you have everything. German puts God at the front, just like English does in this expression. Here's the full sentence. God, give me strength.
Gott, gib mir Kraft. Gott, gib mir Kraft.
Now, say the whole thing. God, give me strength.
Gott, gib mir Kraft.
One more time. How do you say God? Give me strength.
Gott, gib mir Kraft.
How do you say? There's a book lying on the table.
Auf dem Tisch liegt ein Buch.
How do you say on the table?
Auf dem Tisch.
How do you say, oh, I went through that yesterday?
Oh, das habe ich gestern gelesen.
How do you say, a book is lying?
Liegt ein Buch.
How do you say yesterday?
Gestern.
How do you say, God, give me strength?
Gott, gib mir Kraft.
Say, there's a book lying on the table.
Auf dem Tisch liegt ein Buch.
How do you say table?
Tisch.
How do you say that I read yesterday without the exclamation?
Das habe ich gestern gelesen.
How do you say give me strength?
Gib mir Kraft.
How do you say on the table?
Auf dem Tisch.
Say the full sentence expressing surprise. Oh, I read that yesterday.
Oh, das habe ich gestern gelesen.
How do you say read?
Gelesen.
How do you say me strength?
Mir Kraft.
What is the phrase meaning a book is lying?
liegt ein Buch.
What is the German word for yesterday?
Gestern.
Say the full sentence. God, give me strength.
Gott, gib mir Kraft.
How do you say give as a command?
Gib.
What is the German word for table?
Tisch.
Say the phrase meaning, I read that yesterday.
Das habe ich gestern gelesen.
What is the phrase for give me strength?
Gib mir Kraft.
What is the word for having gone through written material?
Gelesen.
What are the last two words in give me strength?
Mir Kraft.
What is the command form of give in German?
Gib.
How would you tell someone there is a book on the table?
Auf dem Tisch liegt ein Buch.
Say on the table in German.
Auf dem Tisch.
How would you say, oh, I read that yesterday?
Oh, das habe ich gestern gelesen.
Say, is lying on the table in German.
Liegt auf dem Tisch.
Say, yesterday in German.
Gestern.
How would you say, God, give me strength?
Gott, gib mir Kraft.
Say, table in German.
Tisch.
How do you say I read that yesterday in the way German puts it, starting with that?
Das habe ich gestern gelesen.
How would you say give me strength in German?
Gib mir Kraft.
Say the past form meaning looked through a text.
Gelesen.
How do you say give me strength in German?
Gib mir Kraft.
How do you say give when you are telling someone to give you something?
Gib.
In this segment, you will learn to say, put the old bag on the table. You already know the word for table and the phrase meaning on the table. Let's build from there. Here is the word for bag.
Tasche. Tasche.
How do you say bag?
Tasche.
Now you will hear the phrase meaning the old bag. Just listen and repeat. Here is the phrase meaning the old bag.
Die alte Tasche. Die alte Tasche.
How do you say the old bag?
Die alte Tasche.
Now for the phrase on the table. You already know the phrase meaning on the table when something is just sitting there. But when you put something onto the table, German uses a slightly different word for the. Listen carefully. Here's the phrase meaning onto the table, used when you are placing something.
Auf den Tisch. Auf den Tisch.
How do you say onto the table, as in placing something there?
Auf den Tisch.
Now, here is the command form of the verb meaning to put something down. You will hear it shortly. It is a short, punchy word that starts the sentence. Here is how you say put, as a command meaning put something down.
Leg. Leg.
How do you say put, giving a command to put something down?
Leg.
Now let's put the whole sentence together from the end, piece by piece. Here is the phrase meaning the old bag onto the table.
Die alte Tasche auf den Tisch. Die alte Tasche auf den Tisch.
How do you say the old bag onto the table?
Die alte Tasche auf den Tisch.
Now, here is the full sentence. Put the old bag on the table.
Leg die alte Tasche auf den Tisch. Leg die alte Tasche auf den Tisch.
Say it all together. Put the old bag on the table.
Leg die alte Tasche auf den Tisch.
One more time. Put the old bag on the table.
Leg die alte Tasche auf den Tisch.
In this segment, you will learn to say, it's shut, as in a shop or door is shut. Here is how you say shut, or not open, as in it's shut.
Zu. Zu.
How do you say shut?
Zu.
Here is how you say is, as in it is shut.
Ist. Ist.
How do you say is?
Ist.
Here is the phrase, meaning is shut, the end of our sentence.
Ist zu. Ist zu.
How do you say the phrase meaning is shut?
Ist zu.
Now, for the word meaning it. In German, it depends on the thing you are referring to. A shop, for example, is a feminine word in German, so you use the feminine form of it. Here's the word for it when you are talking about a feminine thing, like a shop or a bag.
Sie. Sie.
How do you say it, using the form for a feminine thing like a shop?
Sie.
Now let's put the whole sentence together. It is shut. Here is the full sentence meaning it's shut.
Sie ist zu. Sie ist zu.
Now you say it. The shop is not open. How do you say it's shut?
Sie ist zu.
One more time. How do you say it's shut?
Sie ist zu.
In this segment, you will learn how to tell someone to open something. Think about what you already know. You learned the German phrase, meaning it's shut. You know the feminine pronoun can mean it for a feminine thing, and the last word means shut. Now we are going to turn that around and tell someone to open it. You also already know a word from phrases like on the table and onto the table. In German, that word can also mean open when it is paired with a doing word as a command. You are about to hear it used that way. Here is the word meaning open in the command. Open it. Listen and repeat.
Auf. Auf.
Good. Now, to say open it, German uses a doing word built from make or do, paired with that word at the end. The command part, meaning do or make as an instruction, sounds like this. Here is the command form meaning do or make, as in giving an instruction. Listen and repeat.
Mach. Mach.
How do you say just the command part meaning do or make, as in giving an instruction?
Mach.
Now, remember the German word you already know as the word for it when referring to a feminine thing, like a bag or a shop.
Sie.
That same word goes in the middle of this command. Here is the phrase meaning do it as the beginning of our command. Listen and repeat.
Mach sie. Mach sie.
How do you say the phrase meaning do it, the first part of our command?
Mach sie.
Now we add the final word, meaning the action is opening. The full sentence will be those three words together.
Auf.
Here is the full sentence, meaning open it. Listen carefully and repeat.
Mach sie auf. Mach sie auf.
How do you tell someone to open it, referring to a feminine thing like a bag?
Mach sie auf.
Notice how the word meaning up moves to the very end of the sentence. This is a pattern in German where the second part of a verb goes to the end when you give a command. Someone asks you to open the bag. How do you say open it?
Mach sie auf.
How do you say bag?
Tasche.
How do you say the old bag?
Die alte Tasche.
How do you say it's shut, as in a shop that is not open?
Sie ist zu.
How do you say onto the table when you are placing something there?
Auf den Tisch.
How do you say the phrase meaning is shut?
Ist zu.
How do you say open it, referring to something feminine like a bag?
Mach sie auf.
What is the German word for bag?
Tasche.
How do you say, put the old bag on the table?
Leg die alte Tasche auf den Tisch.
How do you say shut, meaning not open?
Zu.
You want someone to open the bag. How do you say open it?
Mach sie auf.
What is the phrase meaning the old bag?
Die alte Tasche.
The shop is not open. How do you say it's shut in German?
Sie ist zu.
How do you say it is shut, referring to something feminine?
Sieh es zu.
What is the phrase meaning onto the table, as in putting something down?
Auf den Tisch.
How do you say is shut, the two words at the end of the sentence?
Ist zu.
Tell someone to open it. The thing you are referring to is feminine.
Mach sie auf.
How do you say just the command part meaning do or make, as in giving an instruction?
Mach.
Give the command. Put the old bag on the table.
Leg die alte Tasche auf den Tisch.
What is the German word meaning shut or not open?
Zu.
How do you say the command, open it, in German?
Mach sie auf.
The bag is not open. How do you say it is shut?
Sieh es zu.
What is the instruction word meaning do or make?
Mach.
Say the word meaning bag.
Tasche.
Say the old bag in German.
Die alte Tasche.
How do you say the sentence meaning it's shut?
Sieh es zu.
Say the phrase meaning onto the table, used when placing something.
Auf den Tisch.
What is the phrase meaning is not open?
Ist zu.
How do you give the instruction to open it when it refers to a feminine thing?
Mach sie auf.
How would you tell someone, put the old bag on the table?
Leg die alte Tasche auf den Tisch.
How do you say the word meaning shut?
Zu.
Give the instruction to open it.
Mach sie auf.
How do you say the sentence meaning it is shut?
Sieh es zu.
How do you say do or make as a command to someone?
Mach.
In this segment, you will learn to say, I can't open it. You already know several of the pieces. Let's put them together. You already know the word for open from the command, open it. German uses that same word here as the last part of a longer verb, meaning to open. Here is how to say to open, the full verb form that goes at the end of the sentence.
Aufmachen. Aufmachen.
How do you say to open?
Aufmachen.
You already know the word for it when talking about a feminine thing, like a shop. German uses that same word here. Now listen to the phrase meaning can't open it, starting from the end. Here is the phrase meaning open it, the last two words of our sentence.
Sie aufmachen. Sie aufmachen.
Now you will add the word for not. You already know not from I couldn't find any books. Listen to the phrase meaning not open it. Here is the phrase meaning not open it.
Nicht aufmachen. Nicht aufmachen.
Now, here is the longer phrase meaning can't open it, with the word for it included.
Sie nicht aufmachen. Sie nicht aufmachen.
How do you say can't open it? The last three words.
Sie nicht aufmachen.
You already know the word for can. Now add it to the front of that phrase. Here is the phrase meaning can't open it, now with the word for can.
Kann sie nicht aufmachen. Kann sie nicht aufmachen.
How do you say can't open it using the word for can at the front?
Kann sie nicht aufmachen.
You already know the word for I. Now put it all together. Here's the full sentence. I can't open it.
Ich kann sie nicht aufmachen. Ich kann sie nicht aufmachen.
How do you say I can't open it?
Ich kann sie nicht aufmachen.
Say it again. I can't open it.
Ich kann sie nicht aufmachen.
In this segment, you will learn to say why not in German. You already know the word for not from phrases like I can't open it. That same word appears here. Now here is the word for why.
Warum? Warum?
How do you say why?
Warum?
And you already know the word for not. Listen for it coming right after why. Here is the full phrase, meaning why not.
Warum nicht? Warum nicht?
How do you say why not?
Warum nicht?
Notice the word order is exactly the same as in English. First the word for why, then the word for not. Very straightforward. Say why not one more time.
Warum nicht?
In this segment, you will learn to say, there's a cat inside. Let's build up to it piece by piece. Here's how you say inside, as in there's a cat inside.
Drin. Drin.
How do you say inside?
Drin.
Here's how you say cat.
Katze. Katze.